Picture this. You wake up Monday morning. Alarm goes off at 6:47. You shower, get dressed, grab your coffee, and head to a job that pays you pretty well. Not rich well, but decent well. You've got a car. You've got a place to live. You go on vacation once a year, maybe twice if things line up right. And yet, at the end of every single month, something just doesn't add up. The money leaves, almost as fast as it comes in, and you're left staring at your bank account wondering, where did it go? Here's what nobody tells you. That feeling, that quiet, nagging, slightly embarrassing feeling that you should be further ahead by now? It's not because you're bad with money. It's not because you don't earn enough. It's because of 3 very specific habits. Habits so deeply wired into middle-class life that most people never even question them. And today, we're going to name all 3. Let's start with something uncomfortable. The middle class is the most financially dangerous place to be in modern society. Not because it's hard, but because it's just comfortable enough to stop you from changing anything. Think about it. When you're truly broke, you're forced to get creative. You hustle, you cut, you figure it out. When you're genuinely wealthy, your money works for you. Investments compound. Assets generate income. Time becomes your ally. But in the middle, you earn just enough to feel stable. Just enough to keep the subscriptions running, the car payments current, the rent on time. You're not drowning. But you're not building either. You're treading water, month after month, year after year. And the brutal truth is, most people spend their entire working lives in this zone. They enter the middle class in their mid-20s and retire there 40 years later, wondering why the finish line never seemed to get closer. So what's actually happening? It comes down to 3 habits. Not bad luck, not the economy, though yeah, that doesn't help, not even your income level. 3 habits, learned, inherited, and quietly reinforced by everything around you. Let's talk about habit 1. Habit 1, lifestyle inflation. You get a raise. For about 48 hours, you feel incredible. Then something happens. The apartment feels a little small suddenly. The car feels a little old. You start eating out a little more because, hey, you earned it. You switch to the premium streaming plan. You upgrade your phone because the new one just came out and honestly, you deserve it. 6 months later, you're spending exactly as much as you make. Again, this is called lifestyle inflation. And it is the single most effective wealth killer in the middle class. Here's the psychology behind it. When your income goes up, your brain doesn't say, great, let's save more. Your brain says, great, let's finally live how I've always imagined. It's not weakness. It's human wiring. We have a built-in tendency to normalize our current standard of living and immediately push it slightly higher the moment we have permission. And that permission is every raise, every bonus, every promotion. The result is something economists call the hedonic treadmill. You keep running, the speed keeps increasing, but you never actually get anywhere. Here's the number that should shake you. A person earning $40,000 a year who saves 15% of their income will retire with more wealth than a person earning $90,000 who saves 3%. 15% of $40,000. 3% of $90,000. The math doesn't lie. The habit that locks you into the middle class forever isn't how much you earn. It's the automatic, unconscious decision to spend every single raise before you ever see it. The fix? Before you upgrade your life after every income jump, automate 10 to 20% of that new income directly into savings or investments. First, before anything else, pay your future self before you pay for the lifestyle upgrade. But here's the thing, even people who understand lifestyle inflation still fall into habit 2. And habit 2 is sneakier. Habit 2. Trading time for money forever. Let me ask you something. If you stopped working tomorrow, completely stopped, how long before the money runs out? For most middle-class people, the honest answer is a few weeks, maybe 2 months if they've been disciplined. That's not financial stability. That's a very thin rope over a very large drop. The middle class has been sold a story. A very convincing, very dangerous story. The story goes like this: go to school, get a good job, work hard for 40 years, and then you'll be free. But here's what that story leaves out. In that model, your income has a ceiling, a hard ceiling, because it is entirely dependent on one thing: your time. And your time is finite. There are only so many hours in a day. Only so many years you can trade them. Every dollar you earn in a pure time for money model requires you to show up. Stay present. Keep performing. The moment you stop showing up, the income stops. Now contrast that with how wealth actually works. Wealthy people don't just earn from their time. They build systems that earn without their time. Investments that grow while they sleep. Assets that generate cash flow whether they're working or not. This is the concept of passive income. And before you roll your eyes, no. This is not about dropshipping courses or crypto promises. This is basic financial architecture. A dividend-paying index fund earns you money every quarter whether you check it or not. A rental property generates income whether you're at your desk or on a beach. A business system once built can run without you being present for every transaction. The middle class stays stuck because they never make the transition from earning to building. Not because they can't, but because the school system never taught them this was an option. Because their parents modeled the time for money pattern. Because every structure in their life reinforces: work hard, earn money, spend money, work harder. The goal isn't to quit your job tomorrow. The goal is to start building something, anything, that earns without your direct time, even if it starts at $50 a month, because that $50 isn't just $50. It's proof that the model works. It's the beginning of a system, and systems compound. But there's still one more habit, and this one might be the most subtle of all three. Habit 3. Avoiding financial discomfort. Here's a pattern you've probably seen. Someone gets into debt, credit card, car loan, whatever it is. And instead of sitting down with the numbers, facing them, understanding them, making a plan, they just don't look. They know the balance is bad. They know they should deal with it. But opening that app, logging into that account, confronting that number, it feels awful. So they don't. Not today. Maybe next month. And next month comes. And they still don't. This is called financial avoidance. And it is absolutely everywhere in the middle class. Here's why it happens. Money, for most people, is deeply emotional. It's tied to identity, to self-worth, to the story we tell ourselves about whether we're successful, responsible, capable adults. When the numbers don't match that story, when the savings are low or the debt is high, looking at those numbers doesn't just feel bad financially. It feels bad personally. So the brain does what the brain always does when something feels threatening. It avoids. And avoidance is the most expensive habit of all. Because every day you don't open that account, the interest compounds. Every week you don't have the conversation, the financial gap widens. Every year you don't build a plan. The distance between where you are and where you want to be gets longer. Financial discomfort is not a sign that something is wrong with you. It's a sign that you care, that there's a gap between your current reality and your vision. The wealthy don't avoid that discomfort. They use it as data. They look at the numbers, all of them, even the ugly ones, and they make decisions based on reality, not on the version of reality they wish existed. The habit you need to build is simple but genuinely hard. A monthly money date with yourself. 30 minutes, no judgment. Every account, every balance, every number visible. Not to feel bad, to feel in control, because you cannot fix what you refuse to see. So here's where we land. 3 habits, quietly running in the background of millions of middle-class lives. lifestyle inflation, spending every raise before it can build anything, time for money dependency, earning without ever building, financial avoidance, refusing to look at the numbers until it's almost too late. None of these are character flaws. None of them mean you're failing. They are learned patterns, patterns that were modeled for you, reinforced around you, and almost never challenged. But patterns can be broken, and the fact that you're here, watching this, already puts you ahead of most people who will never ask these questions at all. The middle class isn't a trap you were born into. It's a set of habits. And habits, with the right awareness, can be replaced. If this hit differently than you expected, the next video is going to go even deeper. We're going to talk about the specific moment most people's wealth trajectory is decided. And it's probably not when you think. Don't miss that one.